Drake dropped his project.
He did.
Certified Lover Boy.
He did.
It dropped. It was on Friday, wasn't it?
Yes.
Friday at 2 a.m.
Did you enjoy it?
I only got halfway through, and I'm not gonna lie to you. Let me say this first. I have to listen to it again because I might not have been in the right mood for the album, but I hated the album. What I was hearing, I did not like it at all.
I'm surprised.
There was only I only made it to I think a little bit past midway, and I was just like, man, a lot of this sounds like it's what Drake is good at, but I'm not like. It almost, the way that I said it to my friend, because me and my friend T Rose, we were talking about this, and it just sounded uninspiring. Like, I don't know if I get he was rapping, but man, as far as this is me talking in review talk, but it's the song structure and how it just sounds. I was just I don't feel like he was trying, if that makes sense.
I don't know if I agree with that. He definitely was trying. It's just a brand of music that,
Yeah. But then also, I'll say that maybe I'm expecting things from him that he'll never do, if that makes sense.
So how so? What are you expecting?
So, I was expecting him to, switch it up a little bit.
That's the main criticism I see people say about Drake. And I saw a couple of people say this. They say the songs on this project and his last 3 projects, you could interchange any of the songs and it works on any project.
Yeah.
So people are saying, well, maybe there's not some growth there.
Yeah.
But one thing you got, because I was thinking about this, Drake is basically, I don't know if you call him the most successful artist of all time, because obviously times are different now, and there were the Beatles and Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
But as far as streaming goes, he is the most successful artist of all time as far as streaming goes. So say when you get that formula, do you change?
No, of course.
Of course you want to grow, but it's dude, I saw this crazy stat. Drake, this sounds unbelievable, but it's real. He has 150 songs with over 100 million streams.
That's crazy.
Or is it a billion? Is it a billion? It's 100 million. And he has some songs that have billions of streams. So I guess when you hit that, right? Do you switch it up?
Well, I guess that like I said, it depends on what he wants to do. Does he want to be well, I'm just gonna keep breaking in this money because I know this formula works. Versus personal things, maybe if he wants to try for something new, I think that's why at this moment I think Donda's better than Drake's album.
Really?
Yeah, because at least with I kind of get this feeling, and like I said, maybe I'm putting a little bit of what I expect from Kanye on Drake, even though they're two different people and two different artists. But with Kanye West, you always get this feeling you're you don't know what to expect from the album.
That is very true.
And you're kind of you're this is either going to be really good or it's going to be a mix of good and bad, or it's going to be really bad, Yeah. And so with that, there's some sort of excitement that you get from that because you're oh man, I can't wait to hear what he does this time, And so with Drake, when I first said that, I was realizing, I was well, all his albums are the songs he does are very interchangeable. So there's nothing like him wanting to try something new. And so so far it's just like I said, I think what happened is the people who are fans of Drake are gonna love this album, right? They're gonna be yeah, it's a new Drake. We don't care what it sounds like, it's new Drake. But for me, I guess as a musician and listener, after a while you kind of all right, we heard this on Scorpion, we heard this on Views, we heard this on Just Things, and everybody's entitled to be happy with it or not like it, but it's just for me, it's just, I think after a while I was just man, I don't even know I think he's just well, whatever, I'm at a place right now where I'm successful, so I'm gonna just keep doing this. That's what it feels like. Yeah. And to me, as far as when it comes to the craft, the creative, to me that's a letdown. I'm man, you couldn't at least try?
I think it's okay, I would compare it to painters or an artist. To me, Kanye, it's like you were saying, it's unexpected. So it's almost like Kanye gets a bunch of canvases and he just throws paint at them. And then this one will go in a wild, weird direction. And then this one. So then maybe he'll have 100 canvases and then he'll really like 20 of them. And then, it's more abstract. It's abstract art kind of, where I think Drake is more someone that really sets it up, and he sets up this composition, and now maybe it's a moody composition, and maybe it's a landscape you've already seen before, and it's like, oh, another moody landscape, but it's this perfect composition though.
No, I get the he it's kind of like the whole, like your whole skill set. When you're really good at something, he's like sharpened that to like a T. Yeah. Like it's like sharp, you know. He knows how to make certain type of music. But after a while it's kind of like, okay. And to each their own, cuz like I like Kanye where he's just like, I don't know, I've never done this, so I'm gonna just try it, you know. I guess for me, as far as like going back to what I was saying, like in the creative world, that seems a little bit more exciting, and I'm excited, and I'm more excited to listen to it versus Drake. I kind of went in like, okay, I know what to expect, right? You know, and I was like, well, I have my expectations set, and it's either just gonna met my expectations and be boring in my sense, or I'm gonna hear something new that I didn't expect and be like, oh, this shit's actually pretty hard, you know.
One thing that I don't like is now the conversation is which is better. Yeah. And it's like, okay, we get maybe these guys have this weird feud, but it's like these guys to be on top of the music game, on, you know, why is there all this focus on, it almost seems like the focus of maybe the listener and maybe the, you know, media putting it out there just because it is a talking point and something to look at. But why is the focus on, oh, which of these is better, instead of just listening to the music and being like, oh, these are two albums?
Well, that's a very good question. And I think it comes down to because it's exciting. I think that's what it is. Like people love to compare it. Same thing with sports. Who's better? Who's the best, you know? Right. Same thing with like when people talk about the GOAT, like who's the greatest of all time. People love to argue and talk about what's better, you know?
Okay, let's say we fast forward 5 to 10 years in the future. And you are one of the top 3 artists in the music game. And then there's another singer or rapper, you know, whatever, out there that doesn't like you. Are you going to care a whole lot about him when you're creating your art and your music?
Me personally, no. No, I'm not going to care about him. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, I'm just going to do like the like the whole psychology. Like, well, there's something wrong with you. Obviously, you're upset about something that you're not showing, you know, like you're upset because you see something that I have inside me, but you don't. And like there's something wrong with that. You need to do some inner work.
I mean, I get the competition aspect of it.
Yeah, I get that. The competition is fine.
Yeah, I don't know. But because now everybody's talking about, oh, wait, what Kendrick's going to kill both of y'all. And it's just like,
I think what it is, it's just everybody has their dedicated fans. Yeah. And like in this day and age, like if you're a fan of Kanye, then most of the time you don't like Drake. Or if you're a fan of Kendrick, you don't like Kanye or Drake or J. Cole or something like that, you know? So sometimes people pick these sides and they pick these teams to kind of feel like they're a part of something. And so what ends up happening is, when, you know, their team is up, I mean, like right now, like the whole Kanye versus Drake thing or whatever, there's the stands that are for Kanye. They're like, yeah, Certified Lover Boy sucks. It's horrible. It's worse than Donda. And then there's people on the opposite side who are saying the opposite. They're like, Donda's horrible. You know, and it's just more so like, you know, I really think it's mostly kids, to be honest, that are doing it just because they have a lot of time.
You're probably right.
And so, and every now and then there's an adult or something like that, but I think it's mostly kids just because, I mean, that's what kids do.
I would like to say this before we end this segment. I've been telling you for a while, you should name your next project Uncertified Lover Boy. That would be fire. And I really wish you would take my idea and just run with it.
Drake took my name from my album. He did. I'm gonna put that out there. I was gonna name a project called Lover Boy, and then like I waited too long, and then sure enough he dropped the title for it, and I was like, oh fuck, it's over.
See, you're the Uncertified Lover Boy.
I could be that. I might do that, and then people are gonna be like, you stole that from that, and I'll be like, no, he stole it from me. Get your records, get your facts straight.
You know what? My brain is so bad, I forgot that he stole that from you.
Yeah, he stole it from me.
I forgot that you were gonna be Lover Boy, because now I remember the conversations.
Yeah, Lover Boy, and I had like songs and everything ready, and then I just didn't finish. Yep, and then he announced it, and I was like, motherfucker.
So that's why you like Kanye better.
No, I've always been a Kanye fan.
I know, I'm just joking.
But that's hilarious. Yep, that's why Drake sucks.
Damn.
No. I was gonna say, moving on to the tail end of this conversation. Did you hear the Life of the Party song that got leaked?
Yeah, the Andre 3000 joint.
Yeah, Drake leaked it, and man, that's an amazing song.
It was good. Yep.
I was like, and like, it's always dope to hear Andre 3000 rapping. That's like,
did you read the statement he put out?
Yeah, he put it, and I get it because he kind of was thrown into something that he didn't want to be a part of, and that's not like his MO to be a part of a beef. And I feel bad for him just because he was actually doing something real sentimental. Mm-hmm. You know, he's like trying to honor his mom and Kanye's mom. You know,
then Kanye's verse was just throwing shade at Drake.
Exactly. I was like, man, don't do that to Andre. Now what's gonna happen is Andre 3000 never gonna get another song with Kanye or Drake.
I mean, it'll happen, but
it'll take time. But yeah, but I feel sad for Andre, man. Andre's a good dude. But yeah, so at the end of the day, man, enjoy what you enjoy. People can enjoy both albums, or they can enjoy either or.
Another question.
What's that?
5 years in the future. Right? You're one of the top artists.
All right. Hey, that's me.
And you got a hit song, right? Mm-hmm. And then you can either get Kanye on it or Drake on it. You can't get both of them. Okay. But one of them wants to be on the song. Okay. And you have to choose.
Okay. They just like rapping, or I get to decide.
I mean, you made the vibe of the song. I don't know.
Kanye.
Going with Kanye? Okay.
Yeah, just because I think Kanye might say more quotable stuff. Because like the way Kanye raps is real interesting. He raps like, I don't know what it is. He just like, he says these not outrageous, but like very interesting phrases. I mean, the perfect example is that Life of Pablo line where he's like, what is it? He's like, bleached like ass or something like that. Like, you're like, what? But people remember that.
Yeah.
You know? And so Kanye, and like Drake can rap, but I think I'd be more interested in getting Kanye on the song.
Drake got the Instagram caption game on lock.
That's so interesting.
He has the Instagram captions.
There was one line on the Certified Lover Boy that I heard that made me laugh because only because I saw it on Twitter and stuff before I listened to it, where the Girls Like Girls song.
What did he say?
He said,
I'm a lesbian too, or something like that. Drake got some good lines on there, man.
It's just funny.